Every day, school buses safely transport our children, but only if drivers follow the law. Flashing lights and a stop sign on a bus mean you must stop. Passing a school bus in this situation isn't just illegal, it's dangerous. Children's lives are at risk when drivers ignore this signal. Protect them by stopping, no exceptions. Failure to stop has serious consequences. Do your part for safety and your community. Flashing red lights on a school bus mean you must stop immediately. It's the law. It's about safety. It's about lives.
That text can wait. That call isn't worth a life. In the United States, distracted driving leads to over 3,000 deaths and approximately 424,000 injuries each year. Looking at your phone for just 5 seconds at 55 miles per hour is like driving the length of a football field, blindfolded. Is that text worth never making it home? Put the phone down. Focus on the road. Lives depend on it. Drive safe. Arrive alive.
Breast cancer affects millions of women in the United States as the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths. Black women are especially at risk of developing and dying from breast cancer compared to women of other races. Early detection can improve treatment outcomes and save lives. Mammograms are a powerful tool in the detection and fight against breast cancer. A mammogram is a quick X-ray that can identify abnormalities in the breasts long before they can be physically felt. Every woman aged 40 years and older is entitled to a free mammogram under the Affordable Care Act every year. Make mammograms a priority in your healthcare routine. It's a small step that can have a huge impact on your health. Let's work together to empower women.
Black men, we stand tall, we lead, we protect, we show up for our families, our communities, our people. But when it comes to our own health, too many of us stay quiet. And that silence, it's costing lives. Here's the truth. African American men are twice as likely to die from prostate cancer. Twice. But listen, when caught early, it's 98% treatable. That means getting checked isn't just about you. It's about being there for the ones who need you most. Fellas, if you're 45 or older or have a family history, it's time. The exam is fast, simple, and it could save your life. Strength isn't just in what we do, it's in the choices we make. Don't wait. Take control of your health today.
Present arms.
Dennis Hersey, who you'll hear from in a little bit, city resident, who asked us to host this today. This is a historic day in the city of Brockton. It's never been done before. So before we continue on with the process, I'd ask that we salute our American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. We want to, first of all, thank several people that helped make sure that this event happened today. I said Mr. Hersey, who is a Brockton High School Hall of Fame athlete, and you'll hear from him. His dad was a survivor of Pearl Harbor, and Dennis has always assisted the city with veteran services initiatives. I want to thank Courtney Henderson and Suzanne McCormick in my office, who I asked to spearhead this today. We have a wonderful group of elected officials that serve our city on a regular basis, and I'm going to give them sincere thanks. We have Council President Jeffrey Thompson, and you'll hear from Mr. President, who is a Navy veteran in a little bit. Former Mayor, Councilor at-Large Moses Rodriguez, you'll hear from also a Navy veteran. Councilor Phil Griffin is here, Councilor at-Large David Texera is here, and former Mayor Councilor at-Large Winthrop Farwell is here as well, and we thank all of you for being here. From the state delegation, we have all of our 3 state representatives, Representative Michelle Dubois, Representative Rita Mendez, Representative Bridget Plouffe, and our State Senator Michael Brady. We have school committee members Judy Sullivan and Tim Sullivan. We have City Councilor Susan DeCastro from Ward 4 is here as well. Council, please take a seat. We have our police chief, Brenda Perez, proud veteran. We have our fire chief, Brian Nardelli. I want to thank 2 firefighters as well that have worked diligently to make sure that we follow all of the proper protocols and procedures today. I want to thank firefighter Charlie Hayward, and I want to thank firefighter Cologne for being here and for your diligence. We want to thank our Brockton Police Honor Guard for being here on a Saturday. They protect and serve us on a regular basis. And we have to thank our Brockton High School Junior ROTC members for being here. On behalf of our Veteran Services, I want to thank all the wonderful people that work every day to help our veterans. We are in a war memorial which was dedicated to those that paid the ultimate sacrifice. And it's the new improved war memorial. We spent millions of dollars on this building from the federal ARPA money. But I want to thank Cece for leading the charge as Kelly Young is deployed at the moment for probably the next year, and we thank her for her service. We have our VFW Post 1046. I want to thank all of them. Mr. Graham, thank you, Commander, for your leadership. You can give a clap. Go ahead. I also I want to thank Matt Stanton, who is here on behalf of the War Memorial Trustees. Thank you, Mr. Stanton, for what you do. But more importantly, I want to thank all of you. Today, we remember heroes, Brocktonians that were called to duty, that went to Vietnam and unfortunately didn't come home. brave individuals, and I mean American heroes at the utmost definition. Mr. Hersey, who will share with you his personal thoughts, went to Brockton High with many of these heroes. Family members are here today. We thank you. Your loss is a daily loss, and as proud Americans, we truly thank you. We would not be the greatest nation in the entire world without the sacrifice of our veterans, the brave men and women that go to battle during times of war and conflict, and those that during peacetime continue to make sure that we stay the #1 nation in the world. We have wonderful veterans here today that are retired, but once a veteran, always a veteran. A lot of our city employees and school employees are vets, and we thank them for their service. I know Mr. Hayward is a proud Marine, but we also have a sense of loss today. Today is not a celebration. Today is a solemn day of remembrance. Today is a day, and you'll hear the names, and you're seeing the wonderful video attestation of these brave heroes. But this is the first time in the history of the City of Brockton that we have done this, and I hope that future mayors will continue this. And we should also look at other heroes that sacrifice themselves for Brockton in other battles and wars and conflicts around the world as well. But today, as mayor, I thank the brave 18 that we will talk about today. I thank you for taking time to remember them. We have many parks and monuments around the city dedicated to our heroes. We are maintaining them on a regular basis, and I want to thank all the city employees that are here today, the custodial staff that opened up the building today. I also have to thank Chartwell's for providing the wonderful food that we will have at the conclusion of the event today. But as mayor, I just had a few words I wanted to share with all of you at this time. Again, good morning, and I truly thank you for being here. This is an important Remembrance Day to honor the 18 Brocktonians who made the ultimate sacrifice in Vietnam. Many of these young men graduated from Brockton High School. At least one graduated from Cardinal Spellman, the parochial Catholic school here in the City of Champions. All of them were members of our community for too short a period of time. We cannot thank them enough for their sacrifice because we enjoy the freedoms as a result of that sacrifice. I truly want to welcome all the veterans that are here today from all branches in the United States. We have invested a lot of money, but that's the most important investment, having the flags on the wall of all the branches. And we're very extremely proud that the city is represented by all those branches. Again, post 1046, the VFW does so much every single day, and I truly want to thank all of you for what you do in your service. We as a community need to continue to always remember and learn from history, right? You learn from the past to forge ahead to the future. But I personally just want to thank the family members that are here today, and we will build upon this every year. I may not be the mayor next year because I'm not running for re-election, but I know whoever takes the honor of being the mayor, whoever he or she may be, they will continue this process. Because number one, it's the right thing to do as an American, but as a proud Brocktonian, it's the only thing we can do on this day. So again, at this time, I would ask our state delegation to come to the podium led by Senator Mike Brady. I know Rep. Dubois, Rep. Mendez, and Rep. Plouffe as well. And I know the senator and the reps have some citation and attestations they'd like to present at this time, followed by Mr. Hersey.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for organizing this, and thank you to Mr. Dennis Hersey. I know Mr. Hersey very well. He graduated with my sister Carol back in the days of 1965, but I've had a lot of relatives who served our country, and my cousin served in Vietnam, Ricky Grady from the east side of Brockton, and I'm honored to be on the Veterans Committee. We passed the HEROES Act recently, and we increased Chapter 115 benefits for the veterans, and we passed the Welcome Home Bill and the Valor Act 1-2, but we can never do enough for our veterans who fought and died for our country, and the right to assembly and a free assembly like we have today. So please let us know if we can do any further help to our veterans. I know people are suffering out there with the cost of living going up and the gas bills through the roof. My bill even went up to $2,900 this past month. So I hear from residents every day. So if we could be of any help, I've scheduled meetings with the gas companies in certain parts of the district, so please let us know, and let us know if we can help with any veterans issues. And I know that Bridget Pluff served with former Representative Jerry Cassidy, and they did a lot of work getting this bill passed with our fellow reps, Michelle Dubois and Rita Mendez. So I'm just going to read the first one, and we'll give it out to the families. This is a recognition of the family of all the veterans we're honoring today, in recognition of their sacrifice defending the freedom we cherish, protecting the United States as a soldier in Vietnam. And I'm going to wait till afterwards to present these to the family members, but I'm just honored to be here as your state senator. And again, please let us know we can be of any help in the future. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you, Senator Brady. Representative.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Michelle Dubois. I'm a proud Brockton State Representative and honored to be here and represent you and many veterans in our city. Thank every veteran in this room for your service. I very much appreciate it. I'm going to hand the mic over to my fellow colleagues, but we have a citation of appreciation presented to the families of each member that has made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation in recognition of National Vietnam War Veterans Day, and for your family members' service and their ultimate sacrifice for our country. We extend our sincerest condolences, express our thanks, and join in honoring your loved one on this day, March 29, 2025, offered by State Representative Michelle Dubois, State Representative Bridget Pluff, and State Representative Rita Mendez.
Good morning, everyone. It was an honor to be here, especially the first one in the city and the 50th anniversary. And when we see the names and we see the pictures, it really tells a story of the sacrifice of the family members that are here. So today is a day to really honor and respect our volunteers. And if we don't know about their history and their lives, we can just ask the kids, because outside they did a beautiful artwork there, and they talk about the families and the soldiers. So it's beautiful that our schools are supporting this, and their work outside is amazing. So I'm just honored to be here, and we're honored to have the recognition for the families, and thank you.
Before I introduce Dennis Hersey, who's a proud 1965 graduate of Brockton High School, I want to just let you know that Dennis came to our office and asked that we do this because he personally knew quite a few of these brave heroes that perished, as I said. He attended classes with them, he spent time with them, he played sports with them. He understood that when they were going off to war, they may not come back, and he mourned with their families and continues to mourn. He came up with this idea to host it today, which is the National Day, to honor the brave 18 who perished in Vietnam. And we knew immediately it was something we were going to support 1,000%. And Dennis has been working with Courtney and Suzanne in my office on a regular basis to make sure that we do this in a way that is respectful and honorable to the heroes. Mr. Hersey.
Thank you, Ron. This is something that's been long overdue for the City of Brockton. It should have been done 30 years ago. Yes, there were 6 of my class who didn't make it home. And I knew 4 of the 6. I knew 4 from other classes. Some of them were in my house, I was in their houses. They were all wonderful young men. And we grew up in a great city back then. We talk about Brockton being a city of champions because of the great athletes. But look what we just did today. This is why we're a city of champions. We rally to a cause, a good cause. We help people who need help. We're there. And that's the reason why we're a great city of champions. Right now, I would like to have all the veterans stand, please. My father, who was a very decorated World War II hero, one day I was cleaning out the ashes and I came across this box inside the box there are these citations and these medals. And I said, Dad, you were a hero. And here's what he said to me. No, son, I was a soldier, and I did what soldiers do. The real heroes were the ones who didn't come home and paid the ultimate sacrifice. And that is something we must always remember. 1,000 thank yous, everybody who came today. I really mean that. I see some of my former classmates here. And that was great. And a great tribute to these young men, and we must never forget them. Someday, if you're not doing anything, go to Melville Cemetery, because a lot of them are buried there, and say a few prayers. God bless these young men, and God bless all our servicemen, and make sure they come home safely. Thank you.
We truly thank you, Dennis. At this time, we will have the names read off of the honorees. We will do it in groups of 3 individuals. We are going to have Chief Brendan Perez read some names, followed by Council President Jeffrey Thompson, followed by former Mayor Council at Large Moises Rodriguez. Again, Chief Perez is a leader. She is an Army veteran, a Brocktonian, graduate of Brockton High, and just a wonderful, wonderful chief for the Brockton Police Department. Chief Perez, please.
Navy Hospital Corpsman Milton Richard Allaby. Army Private Ronald E. Beresford. Army Specialist Robert Leon Voss. Marine Corps Sergeant Michael John Carteret. Army Specialist James Francis Connor Jr. Army Sergeant Major Robert Alfred Dondero.
Navy Lieutenant Commander William David Fowler. Marine Corps Lance Corporal Danny Eric Goodwin. Army Specialist Timothy Holster. Army Corps Corporal John Richard Hoying. Army Specialist Hugh Richard Johnson Jr. Army Corps Theodore Fred Johnson.
Marine Corps Private Paul Michael Kalenda. Marine Corps Private Bruce Edward Martin. Marine Corps Major William Francis Mullen. Army Sergeant Robert Lawrence Roderick. Marine Corps Corporal Vladislav Stenluski. And Army Specialist Donald Delmore Tripp.
This time, if we could just take a moment of silence for those 18 heroes. May they rest in peace, and we thank them. At this time, we have a young, talented singer that's going to grace us with a version of God Bless America.
Thank you, Your Honor. But prior to me making the dedication, I'd like to thank Dennis for doing this. Many of you don't know the tribute that Dennis's father had over the years. But Dennis, I hope you remember the day I came to your house and you presented the national college to your father. Dennis came to me with a problem with his father. I aided being on behalf of the Veterans Administration. And we gave Dennis's father the honor and dignity that he deserved. Today, as I stand before you here, several years ago, I stood on West Chestnut Street for a gentleman that served me and never made it back. His name was Jimmy Holster. It was a Saturday afternoon. Beautiful day, not like today. We had 58,245 names on the wall of Vietnam. 9 of them were nurses. They never carried a weapon. The only thing they carried was the love of our fellow veterans who never made it back. Many of you are not aware that several years ago, Brockton VA was going to be closed. And you weren't the council president at the time, thank God. I showed up to the hearing, and today Brockton VA Hospital is still open. It's been announced recently there's going to be a new $200 million facility built within the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. We all know where it's going to be at. I hope it's here in Brockton. I've seen many deaths. I've served as a national rep for 10 years at Brockton, Boston, VA. I've been the state hospital chairman for hospitals for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I've traveled throughout the country. I've handed calls throughout the world for our fellow veterans. As General MacArthur said to the cadets at West Point, honor, dignity, and country. Today we're honoring the veterans who returned back to Vietnam, who never received this honor and dignity. In this month time, I'd like to render one salute and these words, welcome home and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. So on behalf of the city, and we will of course put this forward to the city council for a formal acceptance of this gift, but this map, this frame map was going to be thrown out. And so it was brought here today, and I was asked if we would accept it as a gift, proudly hang it here at the War Memorial, and I said absolutely we will. So we thank you for saving it from being thrown out, and we will gladly accept it, and we will file the proper paperwork for formal acceptance from the City Council. Thank you, sir. It's the time I'm going to have the chaplain come for a closing prayer. Just to let everybody know, the ceremony after the prayer will continue outside. After the honor guard exits, we will all exit at that time. The outdoor portions will continue, and then when it concludes, by all means, feel free to come back in to have some pastries and coffee and some treats. Chaplain.
Oh Lord, you are the creator and sustainer of all life, who has received into eternal care the gift of the lives we honor here today. We who are veterans of Vietnam War and often think of our brothers and sisters whose names are engraved upon the black granite of the wall in our nation's capital. We honor with respect and thanks the great sacrifices by those who were engaged in other wars, actions, and conflicts, in missions while serving our nation's people. We miss them, and we will never forget them. We pray for their families and friends, those who were left to their loss, and we ask that they may be comforted by our knowledge of our support and fears. We pledge to them through you that their sacrifices will be remembered, and to honor them, we will work diligently for peace, that our children may know a world without war. We ask this through your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. So this officially will conclude the annual portion. Again, we are thankful for the families that are here today. I know this is a solemn day for the 18 heroes. And we also want to thank all of the Vietnam veterans that did come back, that are dealing with health ramifications due to Agent Orange. On a personal note, Mark O'Reilly, many of us knew Mark O'Reilly across the street. There's a banner of Mark. He was my swim coach at Brockton High. He passed away from Agent Orange. But I bring this up because of the fact that soldiers are doing their job. And in 1976, I was a second grader at Women Elementary School on Management Street. And Mark was my gym teacher. And none of us as young kids could understand why Mr. O'Reilly, our gym teacher, would always stand against the wall when we were out playing. And one day we went over and said to him, Mr. O'Reilly, what's the matter? Why can't you play kickball with us or basketball with us? And he said, oh, I hurt my back. That's all he said. Years later, he was my health teacher at West Junior High. And I found out he was a Vietnam veteran. And then at Brockton High, when he was my coach, and I was allowed to call him Mark, I said, Mark, many years ago you said you hurt your back. He blew it off. Well, it turns out he had shrapnel in his back because he had just come home from Vietnam. So the heroes that we talk about today, the brave 18 that paid the ultimate sacrifice, we also walk among heroes, those that have shrapnel still in their body who are dealing with cancer and ramifications because of Agent Orange. So at this time, we God bless all our veterans, specifically our Vietnam veterans today. We are the greatest country in the world. We are an unbelievable Commonwealth county, but we are truly the city of champions. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Outside, there'll be a gun salute at this time outside, please.
Every day, school buses safely transport our children, but only if drivers follow the law. Flashing lights and a stop sign on a bus mean you must stop. Passing a school bus in this situation isn't just illegal, it's dangerous. Children's lives are at risk when drivers ignore this signal. Protect them by stopping, no exceptions. Failure to stop has serious consequences. Do your part for safety and your community. Flashing red lights on a school bus mean you must stop immediately. It's the law. It's about safety. It's about lives.
That text can wait. That call isn't worth a life. In the United States, distracted driving leads to over 3,000 deaths and approximately 424,000 injuries each year. Looking at your phone for just 5 seconds at 55 miles per hour is like driving the length of a football field, blindfolded. Is that text worth never making it home? Put the phone down. Focus on the road. Lives depend on it. Drive safe. Arrive alive.
Breast cancer affects millions of women in the United States as the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths. Black women are especially at risk of developing and dying from breast cancer compared to women of other races. Early detection can improve treatment outcomes and save lives. Mammograms are a powerful tool in the detection and fight against breast cancer. A mammogram is a quick X-ray that can identify abnormalities in the breasts long before they can be physically felt. Every woman aged 40 years and older is entitled to a free mammogram under the Affordable Care Act every year. Make mammograms a priority in your healthcare routine. It's a small step that can have a huge impact on your health. Let's work together to empower women.
Black men, we stand tall, we lead, we protect, we show up for our families, our communities, our people. But when it comes to our own health, too many of us stay quiet. And that silence, it's costing lives. Here's the truth. African American men are twice as likely to die from prostate cancer. Twice. But listen, when caught early, it's 98% treatable. That means getting checked isn't just about you. It's about being there for the ones who need you most. Fellas, if you're 45 or older or have a family history, it's time. The exam is fast, simple, and it could save your life. Strength isn't just in what we do, it's in the choices we make. Don't wait. Take control of your health today.